Hello everyone and welcome to the finals of Euros of Aether. So I'll be your host for now. I'm Matthias Fulbrook. I'm kind of alone for now. You know, we kind of had to rush through things because obviously there were like EURCS yesterday. So we kind of didn't have much time to actually prepare for today, unfortunately. But we are here nonetheless to watch some good cruise action. So yeah, in terms of the schedule today, we're going to do the watch party thing again for the quarterfinals, essentially. So we're going to be jumping from stream to stream, trying to understand what's going on the different streams. And then we'll be streaming the matches proper for semifinals and the final one. Also, technically, there's also a quote-unquote amateur bracket going on with the teams who lost and weren't qualified last time. But what I'm offering is that for now, I'm going to give you the multi-twitch for today's quarterfinals. There we go, and let me just pin that real quick. Also, yeah, please note that I will be cutting off the stream between quarterfinals and semifinals because I need to set it up, and ideally for semifinals and finals, I should be able to stream in 60 FPS. It's just multi-twitching is weird sometimes. But with that, let's get right into it. Let's look actually at what is going on with our quarterfinals right now. So if you've missed the stream last week and just the event last week, just know that there was a pools phase where 16 teams had to fight each other in round-robin pools. And the top two teams of every single pool were qualified for the finals. As such, right now for quarterfinals, we will have UK 1 versus Sweden, we'll have Netherlands versus UK 2, we'll have Italy 1 versus Finland, and we'll have France 1 versus Spain. So yeah, UK actually getting both their teams into the bracket, into the final bracket, because look, UK is just that good. I don't know what to say. UK is just that good. But yeah, we're currently setting up, obviously, on both sides, and we'll be starting in just a bit. And depending on who starts first, we'll probably jump to their stream first. But again, the idea is that we're going to be jumping from stream to stream and kind of seeing what's going on that front. So again, if you want to watch the full matches, the multi-twitch is available right above in the pin. But yeah, that's going to be the schedule for today. And as I said, we're in watch party mode right now. And for finals, I'll be closing the stream and then reopening the stream, and then we'll do proper streaming for the finals. Also, my water's a bit hot today. Not gonna lie. I was hoping for like colder water, but that does not seem to be the case. Yeah, things are just setting up right now. It would seem like Finland and Italy are going to start playing first. So yeah, Finland, composed of Fishingman 57, Atomistic, Mankinen, Suski, Mist and Plex. And an Italy one with Generok, Don Cascone, Impasse, Sophie, Solid, Emma and Pronto. So as a reminder as well about the rules, this is a full crew battles rule. So essentially you come in with 3 stocks as a player, and then as you lose your stocks, you get eliminated. What can happen, however, is that if you win the match with 1 stock, you are going to begin the next match with 1 stock. And the idea is that at the end, if your team does not have any stocks anymore, then you're out. This is a single elimination bracket. Each team is only sending 5 players per match, just so you know. So even though some teams have 7 players, they're only sending 5 players per match. And yeah, we're just going to go right into it. It would seem on the Italy versus Finland side. Wait, no, okay. I think this is just testing for the server. Makes sense. Yeah, it does mean. Let me just do something as well. Can I duplicate the? Yes, I can do that. Yeah, I thought we were starting. I'm not gonna lie. I think they're still trying to figure out the server stuff. Okay, maybe we'll be able to actually jump back into UK1's match, from what I can tell. Might be a UK1 thing. Yeah, UK1 versus Sweden. I mean, it's really going to depend on what's happening first, honestly. Yeah. Let's just go back to Italy versus Finland. Okay, this time it should be fine. Solid from Italy versus Dubstep from what was I saying? Finland. Yeah, Finland. Yeah. In fact, I'm still not sure who's using the Dubstep tag on the Finland side, but still, doesn't matter. Obviously, again, one thing that I've been saying for months now is that Italy as a region has been stepping up like crazy. Like lots of good players in that team, obviously. Led by Impasse, of course. Well, Impasse in general, in terms of level. Like, they're pretty damn good. Like, Sophie, Solid. They're all pretty damn good. It would seem like Dubstep right now is pushing Solid into the corner. It's still looking pretty even, and I feel like one good clean hit from either player could do the trick. And you gotta remember, this is crew battles. Nice death tilt here. This is crew battles, so the number of remaining stocks at the end does matter. So it's not necessarily incentivized to play too aggressive in this format, and you kind of want to take it slow and just be safe for the most part. Yeah, Solid kind of struggling right now to get the finishing blow onto the upstep. But there's a crystal. A little bit of an air. I almost thought this was going to be an upbeat, but I guess with the knockback scaling from the crystal, it wouldn't have killed just yet. But yeah, it really feels like Dubstep right now is not doing a proper job at actually getting the DI follow-ups. Good catch though on the random down B here. It's going to help him potentially a lot. But here's the reversal, no tech on the wall! And Solid is going to concede yet another stock. There's already a 2-stock lead in favor of Finland. Not looking too great. Not 143, thank you. Yeah, Solid, however, is finally going to be able to get the kill off of that. Like, thank goodness. Problem is that you still gotta slow down the dubstep. Like, you can't let him just dance on you like that. And that's a start. A little bit of a shine action. Solid getting into the groove. Good air dodge from Dubstep in order to avoid the F strong. But yeah, here comes the up air chain. Got more up tilts coming from there. Got some nairs, got everything, like the crystal is set up. But Solid is going to be able to get the up strong and equalize the stocks. So yeah, it turns out right now not to be looking like too bad of a start for Team Italy, as we're back to even. So be careful about those dash attacks on shield. But there's the up B, and Finland is going to seal the deal on that one. First game goes to Finland with only with a 1-stock lead. So it's not a terrible situation to be in, I will say. Now the unfortunate part as well about doing this, that sometimes we don't know the stocks that are remaining. So we kind of have to figure it out as we go. But yeah. Again, we'll figure it out. We'll just figure it out. And it would seem like Netherlands has started against UK2. Ooh, I forgot about the celebrity colors. Not gonna lie. But yeah, it's looking like it is Alki versus Esper. Esper, I'm very interested in seeing how they do right now because they are one of the players in the UK team that I know the least, UK2 team at the very least. But Alki obviously is a very strong contender in terms of Zeta burns in Europe. And yeah, that is an unfortunate miss on the recovery here from Esper. Hopefully we can get back into the groove of things in just a bit. Got some down tilts, got shines. The forwarders are coming out from Esper. But Alki right now is going to get 45% onto that cat, that pesky cat. Trying to go for some fancy wave shining over here. Barry doesn't get the punish onto the ledge. There's the down air, there's the shine. And that should be a stock as Alki is going to go deep to get that second down air. Yeah, Esper trying to cover a lot here with that up air. But getting hard punish for it, I will say. That is some hard punish stuff. Okay, more shines onto that shield. Alki just continuing the shield pressure. If Esper can get at least one stock, that would be great for the Netherlands team. Like, I'd like to remind as well that the Netherlands technically doesn't have its biggest heavy hitter in Mr. R. Like, Mr. R is just not there. So that doesn't help Netherlands affairs, for sure. And that's a ledge hog, and that's a clean 3 stock in favor of the Netherlands. Yeah, good stuff. UK2 already down 3 stock. Can be rough out there. It can be rough. Now let's see. I'm just gonna go into Spider's stream. So yeah, Spider pulled out the Zeta burn, obviously. Like, he was kind of trolling during pulls and playing endless, I feel like. But obviously Spider is very good with the Zeta burn. Mostly a Zeta burn player. So I'm not too surprised to see him, you know, pull him out for the finals, specifically. And yeah, they are fighting Vulcan, who's representing Sweden right now. And so far, Vulcan's doing pretty good, honestly. 40% on Crag, like that is a pretty consistent lead. The thing is, Spider is going to be catching up pretty fast by just spamming hitboxes onto Vulcan. That's the big thing that's going to happen. Okay, back here we got some shines. Potentially an Upstrong coming up in just a bit. No, not quite yet. We're not at kill percent yet. But the shine onto the pillar should be enough, however, to gimp that Crag. And just like that, we're even. And I have a feeling that this is even on stocks. Like, this seems early. I feel like this is just the first game as well. Okay, more shines. Spider starting to get a feel for it. Might be a little bit late on one stock, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, the up B to go through the rock and the fair to cover it all up. And just like that, Vulcan is going to be taking that first game in favor of Team Sweden. Sweden won. Gonna switch to France as well. Got Charby versus what is a hitbox, right? I forgot about that tag. But still, Charby with DF strong. That, you know, quick dip into that into that match. Let me just check. Is this Don? Yeah, this is Don Cascone. I mean, obviously, with the Loxodon on Italy's side. And on the other side, we do have Suzuki, like, with the Maple. And we've seen some really good performances from Maple players yesterday at EURCS. And there's Downstrong though from Don Gasconi. This Downstrong is going to cover so much on Tempest Peak. It is kind of ridiculous. Ooh, nice tech here from Don Gasconi. Trying to cover as much as possible with the meatball. And that's a stock onto Suzuki. But Don Cascone right now seems to be in a very precarious situation. We do got those downstrongs though. Do got those up airs. This could change very quickly, honestly. Okay, side B with the take chase, trying to go deep. But yeah, unfortunately you can't go too deep still with Loxodon. You can't afford to go too deep. Like, yes, his recovery is very strong at the wall, but you... Again, this is cruise. You want to take stocks and keep as many stocks as possible because it's just how it works. And I get that the stock count, like, in the end is going to be less important than in pools because it doesn't count towards the results of a Swiss pool. But you still want to put your team in a good position in case they have to send in someone else. Ooh, nice catch by Lily here, I will say. Punishing the back air. Okay, trying to go for the tech chase from the side B. That was a little bit ambitious from Don Cascone. And the special ledge is going to be heavily punished. And Suzuki still going to keep that stock in favor of Finland. That's going to be a 9-10 between Italy 1 and Finland. And we're jumping right back into France versus Spain. With PPR on the Loxodon. Using my Loxodon skin because, yeah, of course, it's the best skin. Chat, it's the best skin. Yeah, Charlie does only have one stock, but they are in a prime position to potentially take a second one here, like a new one, and get a seriously, there we go, back throw F strong. And now even if Charlie dies, honestly, France is going to be in a good position, but again, you kind of want to be proactive. You really want to be proactive. Ooh, that's a deep Lox. And yeah, that's a down B. Mr. Lox killer. Ooh, nice roll. Oh, the F strong. Just rolls into the F strong. Very tricky. There. Lots of pressure still coming in from Charby. The up tilt is not going to be quite enough to kill just yet, even with the lowered blast zone from Godai. And now again with the down B. The angle thankfully does favor PPR quite a bit. Does not completely spike him, but that's an F strong. Not going to be quite enough to kill just yet, but that's a catch. Ooh, misses the tipper unfortunately, but the ledge hog is going to do the trick. And all of a sudden we do have Charby on 177%, but still took 2 stocks off of PPR. Yeah, Fro was gonna do it. I don't think there was much that Charby could do here. Even if, yeah, it was the eyeball. According to the game, it was the eyeball, you know. It's always according to the game. At the end of the day. Okay, jumping back to Netherlands versus UK2. Still going on with Alki against Soul Sender this time. Soul Sender representing UK2. Just don't be confused that the teams are swapped here. Yeah, the back air is going to do it. I don't know where they're at on stocks. Oh, hi! Hi chat. It's seeing chat and starting to act. I thought that Twitch was working for a little bit, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, so Purple does have a margin of error, like quote unquote. Sometimes it doesn't purple despite it not being survivable. It does have a margin of error just to cover stuff. Okay, good up tilt here from Soul Cinder and another back air. Those are two quick stocks, honestly, in favor of Soul Cinder. At 139, honestly, like, it's still pretty hard to kill to kill Arcane at times. He do be a heavy boy. Yeah, lots of air pressure coming in from Soul Cinder. The down strong is finally going to do it for Alki. And now there's a start. Like, now there's a very good chance that Alki can potentially take another stock, but no. We're just gonna slide right onto this bubble. And Soul Cinder is going to be taking that one. Are they testing servers? I think they might have still been testing servers. And yeah, getting right into it. Yeah, I think they're getting into it. On the French versus Spain side. We'll get back to Italy in just a bit. Don't worry, chat. I do want to catch a little bit more of their game as well. But yeah, PPR coming up from the previous game with only one stock. Now has to deal with Fnan's Olympia. Now the thing is with Olympia, she can die quite early, especially to Loxodont. At the same time, like, she's a glass cannon at this point. She can very quickly rack up the percents, just like that. That is 103, that is up B, that is not going to be the DI just yet. The die, what am I saying? Yeah, PPR is doing good trying to nair that crystal, but yeah, it was only one stock. And just like that, France has a full player lead still on Spain. Just like that. Yeah, I want to see a little bit more of Italy versus Finland right now. So I'm not going to jump just yet back into UK. Because I think Italy versus Finland, they're just going to jump right into it. Just a bit. Yeah. Yeah, back to Italy versus Finland. Sophie is now installed. With 2 stocks only. Versus Mantu's free. But I feel like we're getting into the gist of it with the Italy team. Definitely getting into the most top tier elements. Quote unquote. We haven't seen Impasse yet. We haven't seen General yet. It's going to be very difficult right now to just fight off Sophie. That being said, like, you still have a stock lead. You can afford to maybe be a little bit more creative. Let's side B onto the ledge. Back airs in order to cover the ledge as much as possible. Mantu is going to have to go to that top platform in order to recover. There's down air in order to, like, swap the situations and swap the positions from Sophie. Right now, yeah, it's mostly fishing for the kill. Dash attack doesn't get the read, but there's the up strong. First stock here going to Sophie. But there's the answer right back from Mantu. Like, it's still interesting how Zeraban works, you know, post patch, because I still think he's pretty strong. His movement nerfs definitely hurt him a little bit, but like, he can still do a lot with his tools. Whereas Rano at the very least cannot like air cancel the needle, cannot fast hold the needle, sorry, anymore, which make him a little bit less oppressive. Also forces him to be a little bit more creative with his approaches and his zoning. Okay, still got back here. Onto Sophie. Sophie right now doing a good job keeping up the pressure onto Mantu. But we need that stock right now, honestly. We need that stock right now. Because if we can't take the stock, it'll all be for naught. And yeah, Mantu knows it and just going to get the confirm into the upstrong. And that's Sophie down on Italy's side and a 2-stock lead on Finland's. Now, can I go to the UK? I mean, there's an ad. It does happen, chat. There's an ad. There's just an ad. It's just there. Once the ad is gone, I'm jumping back. No, it was over. Okay. It was over. Lily actually taking names over here. So let's go back to the Netherlands. Netherlands versus UK 2. Yeah, Doc Bear versus official Gunther. Down strong as well. I love seeing Forsburn in Europe because you really don't get to see Forsburn too often in Europe. He's kind of a weird character at times, so I'm not too surprised to see him rarely. But I love seeing good Forsburn play. Doing pretty well on the neutral as well. I didn't even realize, by the way, sorry, that the Forsburn had combust, right? With the, the accessibility overlay, I'm kind of having a hard time identifying when the force has combust. Like right there, yeah, it still doesn't have combust. I'm not too sure every time. Okay, trying to go for the juggles with the clones and the upstrong. That's gonna catch. Yeah, we're continuing down a lot of arcane pressure right now. Trying to cover with bubbles, but there's the F-strong. Finally, that Forsburn is going to die. There's still 1 stock lead on the Forsburn side. On Gunther's side. And yeah, good teleport here from the Doc Petter. In order to avoid any funny business. Trying to go for the F-strong here. Ooh, we're getting fancy here. Unfortunately, it does not cover the correct tech, but the back air is going to do it. Yep, just like that. Okay, and now we see UK1. And now we see UK1. You know how it is. But yeah, we've got Lily versus Zenati, which I would say is a pretty even matchup. Unfortunately, did not happen yesterday in RCS because Lily got upset very, very, very early in the bracket. Whereas Zenati made it to like third, I believe, in yesterday's bracket in RCS. Third or fourth? No, third. Definitely third. Ooh, nice uppy. Yeah, Zenati has been doing very well for themselves today, like this weekend. Just been doing very well for themselves. And yeah, avoids, obviously, the get up special. Still looking pretty even. Gotta be careful about the Lily though, for Lily. We've got down strong, Zenati going for loop. Because they were aware that there wasn't quite enough percent to kill. And there's the up strong from Lily. Lily continuing in this match, in this crew battle. So where are we at right now? We've got an 11-6 right now over here. 11 for the Netherlands, I'm assuming. We've got a 6-7 in Italy versus Finland, and we've got an 11-6 for France versus Spain. Yeah, I think we could just go back to F9 and stand. Because there's starting. So yeah, F9 on 2 stock. Sand has a lot of work to do right now. Only 6 stocks left on Italy's side. And immediately F9 is going to put down a lot of pressure. You know, with the gem dash being so quick in the game. An extremely good tool to have as Olympia. You can see Sand definitely trying to maybe slow down the pace just a little bit, but F9 is more than happy to play a little bit of a slower Olympia right about now. Again, you want to keep those stocks. Ooh, nice catch. Nice tech chase here with the F-Strong. There's the Afro. Obviously not quite yet in terms of kill power. We're still very early into the game. F9 is trying to fish for those down Bs. It's not been working out too well for him, I will say so far. There's the catch, and Sen is going to be able to take that stock. There's some dash attacks here coming in from F9. We gotta take that stock as quickly as possible. Armstrong not gonna be quite enough on Tempest, unfortunately. Little bit short on the kill power, but there's the crystal, and we are of course going to pursue with the fair. And I feel like F9 has completely learned this one from Nailax, because we've seen Nailax do that so often yesterday during RCS as well. I mean, it's a good one, it's a good follow-up, so I'm not complaining. Nice avoidance of the F-Strong. Potential for some snowball here? No, not quite. Not quite. We're still being very conservative. None staying alive. And the goal here is to take the stock first. Because if we can get Sand stock before we die, obviously, nice tech. Very good awareness here from F9. Just completely aware. There's the crystal, it's completely teched by Sand, and we are going to pursue with forward air. That stock is taken. F9 still in a very, very strong position now, putting France in a very strong position, as Spain only has 4 stocks left. Yeah, he might be trying to push a little bit further. Like, I feel like right now F9 has done a very good job. Just overall, good grab. Got those spheres, we got those up Bs. Might not have been enough, and yeah, just the ledge hog. No, okay. Send just barely making it back. There was some Foxed Up B shenanigans here. Like NTSC Foxed Up B shenanigans. That is still going to allow Sand to win that one. But my gosh, this was almost a freestyle. This was almost very bad for Team Spain. So yeah, where are we going next, chat? I think we can watch Italy versus Finland because it's very close. Right now, it's looking very close. And we've got Stooge and General. Yeah, captain's in for Italy's side. And General counter-performing just a little bit yesterday. Going out at 5th. Like a little bit of a counter-performance from him. But still, like, it's General. He'll bounce back. So right now, it is looking pretty even. The Fire Capital pick is quite interesting, because both characters are pretty good at just keeping up space overall. So I feel like this might not advantage one character or the other. But General is going to lose their stock, however, on this back air. Which, yeah, you don't want to do that right now. Trying to go for all the Armstrongs. Has to teleport in order to avoid the mine hitbox here. But Stooge now back onto the pressure train. As General is pushing, finally gets the F tilt. With a bad DI, that's going to definitely kill Stooge. Yeah, again, we're just pushing. Got some fares here from General. General in a very precarious situation here. Challenging the Polo as well. I feel like we are starting to get to those percentages as well where the Polo is starting to be a little bit threatening, but not necessarily on Fire Capital. That's the thing. Okay, the teleport here. Yeah, General right now on 113. It's not over till it's over, mind you. We still got the side B, and the back air is going to do it again. General with a little bit of a missed DI here. That's going to allow Stooge to still have one stock lead against Italy for Finland. So yeah, it's going fine. I'm just going to jump back to the Netherlands. As we are looking onto a last stock situation with Piplop versus official Gunther. Piplop still representing UK2. Don't get it twisted. With the Snowy Rano as well. 96% is going to be a tough one to come back from. And honestly, if Gunther can just continue to do the pressure like this, I feel like that's potentially a full man lead right now. From Netherlands, maybe two. There's the Downstrong. And yeah. Just like that, that's like a second victory for the Forsburn. He's just goated, chat. He's goated as Nelax enters the scene for Team France. We're out here for blood, sending in the best player. But that's the thing. Like, Stones was the MVP during the previous day, like during pools. And Nelax just wasn't there, so at least Nelax gets to play, you know. Nelax gets to play. Gotta be careful though, we gotta get the kill on Sand like right now. Uses the parry frames in order to get the Downstrong, and yeah, that's gonna be it. France with a 2-man lead right now. A full 2-man lead on Spain. As right now on Italy's side, we are on the last player. It would seem like the Netherlands has won. From what I can tell. Yeah, with a sweep from Dom. Like, my goodness. I am looking at those counts. It's like Dom, one stock of Soul Cinders. Dom, 3 stocks of Dark Feathers. 3 stocks of Leafy Snivy. And 3 stocks of Piplops. My goodness gracious. That is a record to be proud of for Dom. Just dominating the competition, but that does mean that the Netherlands has eliminated UK2 and will be moving on in just a bit to the semifinals. Yeah, let me jump into the UK one though, because obviously UK had literally two teams in this bracket. So UK is not out of it, far from it. But yeah, Gothics is in play though. With the famous Craig, as I like to call him, Craig, or Zorg if you know. Yeah, I think Gothics might be on a roll right now as well for the UK team. I mean, Gothics is a tough nut to crack overall. It does feel like Phoenix is also struggling against Gothics' incredible pressure.
Hello, the UK2 have been demolished. I can join in.
So I've seen.
It was not pretty at all.
I saw what Dom did to you. I also forgot to share the screen with you. Give me a second.
It's all good. We were scared because we saw Alki, but he wasn't the problem. it was that Dom fella. He's very good.
He do be pretty good, and I feel like Forsburn is a little bit of an unknown in Europe, so that doesn't help.
We've got a lot of Forsburn experience. Like Dogpetter 12 plays against Midmole all the time, but just got bodied because there's a bit of a difference in skill.
Yep. Can you see my screen?
It's loading up. Might be internet issues on my end.
Yeah, it says it's sharing. just need to swap back to my OBS though. But yeah, you're coming at the right time because we were watching Gothix. Apparently, I have a feeling that Gothix right now is kind of tearing down the opposing team.
That would make sense. He's a beast in crew battles.
Yep.
Famous for the arrival crew battle sweeps. I still can't see anything. It says I've been disconnected from the feed.
Weird. I'm going to try and share again. Give me a sec.
Yeah. In the meantime, I'll...
Trying it again, but right now it's not working quite well. Not if I do that, apparently. Yeah, I think Discord...
wait, UK1 is down? Oh, Discord is dying, I think, yeah.
Yeah, I think that
I can see OBS now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got your feed in. Is he going Gothix mode?
But yeah, Gothix right now in Phoenix on last stock. I'm not too sure what the score is because unfortunately there isn't a score.
On Gothix Extreme it said UK 5, Sweden 6, but maybe that was before this game started and now it's 4 stocks apiece. So this is a very important stock to take.
Yeah, very
Gothix has a slight lead, but slight deficit, but you can bring things back if you just get to center stage here. A fair body block coming in. Can you make it back to stage? I don't know if you've got...
Yeah, he's got
the
pillar.
resources
He's
back.
fine. He's got pillar. But that's gonna be a close one. Yep, just like that. This is a close one. But yeah, I feel one back here right now is gonna do it.
Oh, Venix too early on the parry, I think.
Yep, you can raise your sample.
He's very scared at the moment. They're both throwing a lot of big moves here. Can either of them get a big hit? There's the command grab into the forward air.
Yep. The up tilt and the up air should do it, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that is a close one. That was a very close one.
That was huge for Gothix in the UK to take. If it's really that, if that was the scoreline. Could you share the audio on any of these? I can't actually hear anything from the stream.
Yeah, unfortunately I don't have the audio because of multi-twitch, you know?
Okay, yeah.
So I try to avoid having the audio. So yeah, Netherlands is done. I think Italy is done 2-0 against Finland. And France is done, and I knew they were having like a 9-3 lead earlier. So I think it's just UK then that's left.
Yeah. And it's 4-3 to UK. That was and Gothix came in with a deficit in that game. He was down a stock, so I wonder what was happening before that.
I do wonder, but at least we'll get to see the end of the UK match. And then yeah, as a reminder, chat, once we are done with quarterfinals, I'll be cutting the stream just for a little bit to set up for semifinals and grand finals. Because we'll be moving in-game. And from there we should be able to get 60 FPS as well.
Makes sense. I've got to be right back very quickly.
Yeah, sure thing.
But yeah, it's Vulcan as the anchor for the Swedish people. Let's see how they do.
Yep. I thought Vulcan had played earlier, but I guess not. I guess I was mistaken. Immediately we got the rock shards war. Just shards war. All along. Both players being extremely careful right now. Being extremely carefully. Just... There we go. Good thing done. But yeah, Gothix right now still has a 1-stock lead for the UK team. And Vulcan is the last pillar of the Swedish team. It'll be interesting to see how it goes. Yeah, dash attack. Gothix is trying to push. Again, trying to block with the pillar. Good call though from Vulcan was pushing, and Gothics was the one in on defense here.
I've come back and I've seen
point,
the goat has already taken one.
Yep.
Do you think he can get another?
I mean, it's going to be tough. Like that's 134%. It's still going to be very tough to get another one. But I mean, if you can play just cautiously, I think it's possible. Barrage of
but the straightforward yeah. Oh, I realized I was looking at the Guffix's stream, so I'm a bit ahead. I've seen what happens. Sorry for the spoilers. Guffix gets clipped by a forward air.
Yeah, no worries.
But he did his job and then some, hasn't he? To bring things back. He was down in stocks when he came, at least against Venix, and then took 3 stocks, only losing 1, and then took a stock against Vulcan.
Yeah,
impressive stuff.
He brought it back to 3-2, which frankly is excellent.
Yes, really good from him. I don't know who the anchor is. I'd imagine it could be Caitlyn, but we'll have to see who's coming in.
Yeah, it could be because Spider was the point. So there's that.
Who's coming in?
Yeah, so, sorry, Jen, I had to type in to tell everybody to wait for now on the semis. But yeah, what is for sure is that right now they're just taking a little bit of a break, and you guessed it, yeah, Caitlyn is the anchor.
Makes sense.
Yeah, not too surprising.
Because you'd favor her against a lot of people. Very consistent player. You know she'll bring it home.
Yeah.
But Vulcan is a strong player, so you can't cut him out.
Yeah, but also Vulcan's on 2 stocks, and I feel like the Maple Crag matchup is not favoring Crag particularly well. So, yeah. But yeah, Caitlyn was second yesterday at our R2CS as well, so she's coming off of a strong win to boot.
Yeah, for sure. And that was her first bracket in a very long time. But she's showing that she's still like one of the best players in Europe.
She still got it.
So the final game of this crew battle, winner will face the Netherlands in semis, and then on the other side it's Italy versus France, I believe.
Yeah, Italy versus France, I believe.
We're starting off with a very quick parry. Some good percent. That's 2 parries now. Vulcan maybe forcing a bit too much. That Crackdown B sort of gimmicky and neutral. I think it can often work against players who are impatient and rush in, but I think Caitlyn is the exact opposite of that type of player. Not really want to budge.
Yeah, she's very grounded, just very passive right
patient.
now.
Yes.
Very patient is the word. Yeah, trying to go for the up airs right now, just trying to, cover any kind of landing that Vulcan might try to attempt. And
that was a really good confirm, but Pilla's there. Rock.
Yeah, she didn't believe. She didn't believe in the double fair, which is like understandable.
It's often not worth going for it in those sort of spots.
Yep.
Vulcan went for too big of a play, trying to go for a down air, and ends up edge guarding himself, as he's now down to his final stock.
Yeah, and just like that.
There we go. Sure.
Yeah, I guess that's one way to take it.
Very good. Was Vulcan a sleeper agent for the UK? He just lost his stocks like in an instant there. Wow. Good stuff for Caitlyn, not dropping anything. UK wins with 3 stocks left. They'll fight the Netherlands, who already took us out earlier. So we will look. UK 2's looking for some revenge. We need to be avenged, I think. And you said that we're gonna cut to a short break.
Yeah, we're gonna cut to a short break. The stream will go down for just a little bit, just so I can switch to 60 FPS and turn on the game. And yeah, we'll be right back just after that. Yeah, see you in a bit, chat. Don't touch that dial, we'll be right back.